Invisible and blocked from crucial resources. Without a state ID or birth certificate or a social security card, things can get difficult for those who are homeless, and not having these documents can keep them trapped in poverty they are trying to escape.
I'm gonna come talk to you next, okay?
Inside the Welcome Center of the Human Services campus,
Okay, so there's a one-day bus pass here.
surrounded by the largest homeless encampment in Phoenix known as the Zone.
This is for a driver's license or an ID.
So many are starting from ground zero.
He'll need to fill all this out. He's not in the system.
Like Allison, who says she recently got out of prison. The unsheltered population in the Zone hovers around 1,000 people from week to week.
It's crazy now.
Allison needs food stamps, but to get those, she needs a state ID with the help of the Homeless ID Project.
But funds are an issue right now, so this place offers help with getting us the appropriate, vouchers and stuff, so that the barrier of money is broken, so that we could, get the documentation we need.
By the end of 2022, the Homeless ID Project will help people experiencing homelessness obtain 12,000 documents. 2/3 of those docs will be state IDs specifically, and the rest will be birth certificates, an all-time high for the nonprofit organization. What goes through your mind when you hear that number?
It's unimaginable.
Rick Mitchell, executive director for the Homeless ID Project, says birth certificates are key
And we'll get that birth certificate started for you, okay?
to getting your ID. But what if you weren't born in Arizona?
Right now, I'm told that Indiana is the longest wait. It can take 4 to 6 months to get a birth certificate from Indiana. So if somebody comes in here and they need a state ID, they haven't had an ID in Arizona before, we start with a birth certificate.
Which means a longer wait in getting out of homelessness and back into society.
So for 4 months, they're here. They can't get a job because they don't have a state ID. They can't get housing because they don't have a state ID or birth certificate.
The ID is the ticket to accessing resources from about 16 different agencies at the Human Services campus. You also need an ID to get a job, housing, a car, and to vote. Is it almost like they are invisible?
If you don't have an ID, you actually are invisible. You can't. If you cannot prove who you are, you can't go. You're stuck. You can't go anywhere. You can't do anything.
These personal documents can be easily lost during evictions or during controversial sweeps of large homeless encampments like the Zone. The city of Phoenix calls them enhanced cleanups, which resumed this month. The ACLU recently filed a lawsuit against the city, claiming identification documents, prescription meds, and personal belongings have been destroyed in past sweeps that were put on pause at the start of 2022. Meanwhile, Homeless ID keeps serving, working with a $500,000 annual budget to cover the costs of documents, providing vouchers for those in need, and bus passes to the motor vehicle department, done by a staff of 6. Allison is a bit overwhelmed by the process, but says this service is a blessing as she gets on the right track.
In a more stable living environment, working, being a productive member of society.
Now, in the coming weeks, when the legislative session kicks off, Matt Gress, a newly elected Republican to the Arizona House of Reps, wants to get much more funding to the Homeless ID Project. His proposal would aim for about $500,000, he says, essentially covering all of those document fees and much more. And ultimately, he wants to bring the MVD to the Human Services campus in some form.
What if we could provide some support to have them offer driver's licenses on the spot, to have them as a third-party MVD dealer where the state could help cover that cost so that you can apply for, get the appropriate documentation on site, and also leave with appropriate identification.
It will be interesting to see what this potential proposal looks like. He did mention maybe some sort of MVD kiosk at the Human Services campus. Right. Would that create more efficiency or chaos? I don't know, but he wants to do something to basically help the service that, thousands are really in need of, as you just saw.
Yeah, the ID, and we don't think about it when you've got it, it's the keys to the kingdom in a lot of the stuff you do in modern society. So are we expecting we're going to see more of this stuff, more IDs coming out? It seems like they're working very hard to try to get people IDs.
The executive director says expect about a 15% increase in 2023. From 2021 to 2022, there was a 34% increase. So you really saw this huge rise in documents.
Caused by what?
Yeah, I was going to say, is it because of more homeless people, or
well, we are
because
seeing much more homelessness
there's more
across the county.
realization?
And as we see more homelessness across the county, more of an unsheltered population, well, now we are also seeing more people getting help to get their documents. And for a full breakdown, we have that on our website from year to year on how many documents the Homeless ID Project has given.
I mean, they're doing great work because, again, I mean, it's something that you just don't think about.
No, you don't.
And they need that in order to try to get a job and to not be homeless.
And also something to keep an eye on this Friday morning, the sweeps return to the zone, those enhanced cleanings by the city. The city says that the staff will be helping people get their personal belongings. But as you just saw, people can lose their documents in those sweeps. At least that's what the ACLU is claiming by suing the city in that federal lawsuit that's ongoing right now. So,
Okay. Justin, thanks. Appreciate the last few nights.